I embody everything with clients. The one thing I learned that I hope everyone can take from this conversation that I'm giving today is that there is no one way to achieve wellness. And if anybody tells you that, they're just trying to sell a book or a DVD. We are all different. And even though we have all the same organs, our body requires different fuel for it to operate. That's why a V6 requires different fuel opposed to a V8 engine. It's just what I've learned over the years, and that's just the way it is. I do not believe that there is one way, and it really bothers me when I go to lectures and I hear somebody trying to sell the people that this is the way, and if you don't do it, you're screwed. And as far as I'm concerned, that's just false information. You have to listen to your body. The beauty of when we enter this conversation and when we enter the realm of trying to heal ourselves through food is that your body speaks to you. And when your body speaks to you, you will know what works and what does not work for you. It's very simple. It always boggles my mind when I work with clients and they have such fancy cars and the nice homes, and they're so on it to get their car and oil change and all that. And I ask them, have you ever done a colon cleanse? What? Like they can't even fathom the thought of that. So it's like, if you're going to get your car and oil change, why wouldn't you cleanse the one component in your body where everything toxic comes out, where all disease can start in the colon? Why wouldn't you cleanse that or live a lifestyle to cleanse that on its own, even if going for colonics or eating 100% plant-based diet doesn't work for you? Why wouldn't you even think or entertain the thought of doing that for yourself? Because again, there is healthy cholesterol. Our body obviously naturally produces cholesterol, but I personally believe that we don't get enough healthy cholesterol into our body. We live in a society where we're germaphobes, we're afraid of cholesterol, and it's the whole premise of eating raw animal products, like or drinking raw vegetable juices. Why do you think you see that label on there? Like if you drink, you don't see raw vegetable juices sold anywhere. If you go to Air One, there's the Beverly Hills Juice Club that bottles fresh juices, and what do they have to put on it? On the kombucha bottles. Elderly or children with weakened immune systems should not drink this or be very careful. And as far as I'm concerned, drinking raw milk or drinking, I really try not to even wash my vegetables when I get them. I just try to juice them straight through and get some of the dirt off of them too, because I think there's a lot of minerals in the soil as well, if it's an organic soil. And I think the bacteria, to me, works like a flu shot. I may feel sick at first, but I know it's building my immune system a lot more. Again, a plant-based diet is, if it's not 100%, it has to be at least 75%. And if there's anybody that you know of, or any of you guys that are trying to combat some sort of a disease or an illness, you have to go all vegan. There's no way. There's no way I feel that you can cleanse or defeat any disease while eating meat. I believe meat is building. There's nothing cleansing about meat. As far as I'm concerned, it's either you're going to go left or you're going to go right. You can't embark on some holistic. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you're doing things that are holistic and you're taking in foods that are nourishing and cleansing to the body, and then you're still taking the medication, I always say it's like the Band-Aid effect. I always try to give that analogy. It's like cutting yourself and putting a Band-Aid on, waking up the next morning, reopening that wound. Like, you're never going to heal that wound truly. And even if you're drinking, she would have to be careful drinking very high alkaline water too, because if she's taking medication, that medication can get processed so quickly and then go into her bloodstream even more. And you want to see her blood pressure go, it could go really low if she's taking stuff for high blood pressure. So it's crucial for her to work that out with her doctor and either have clarity whether she wants to go the holistic path or go the generic path. It has to come from her. And it's funny, my parents just came out and visited this past weekend. And I actually finally just purchased a Kangen water machine for my house. And I had my dad drinking it for about 3 days. And my dad suffers bad with heartburn, hemorrhoids. And he couldn't believe that, by the third day, how good he felt, how his hemorrhoids were gone, his heartburn was gone. Now they're back home for about 5 days, and he feels it coming back already. So he's going to order a machine, but it lit him up to go to the gym now. And so that's the thing. It's like you can't, I don't believe in treating, again, like a symptom of like diabetes or just specifically blood pressure. Like, it's the overall picture. It's like you're not treating one thing, you're trying to correct your lifestyle, because that's what's causing the high blood pressure or the diabetes. It's lifestyle. I mean, that's really what it is. Like, yeah, there are situations where people are ill, and it's obviously not their fault. There's something to say with God's will, like when you see a little child being born with leukemia or something like that. But even that, I tend to believe that the child suffering from negligence from being in the womb of the mother and never took responsibility what she put in her body from day one. You know? I never look at the one thing and call it just a leaf and say you got to treat that leaf. It's, you got to water that whole plant, the whole thing. Yes.